Thank you, Andrew. One night in early March, I was with the Chief Executive of Great Ormond Street Hospital in London, brainstorming ways to meet the city's expected need for intensive care beds. COVID-19 cases were growing. There wasn't time to build something new. We needed to reshape and repurpose an existing space. So we asked ourselves, what about an exhibition centre? What about London's Excel Centre? Could a 45,000 square metre convention space become an emergency hospital? BDP explored the feasibility of the project and prepared a technical paper for the National Health Service, the NHS. The Army supported the concept and the government green-lighted what would eventually become the first NHS Nightingale Hospital. We joined the team at the Excel Centre with a brief to deliver 500 ICU beds within a week and 3,500 more in the weeks to follow. Nothing had been done on this scale before, but we knew we could do it if we focused on being as agile and productive as possible. We coordinated our workflows in Revit to design quick layouts, repurposing Revit families from previous healthcare projects to speed the design. A team of BDP architects and engineers collaborated with other fantastic consultants, designers, specialists and contractors. We printed our initial designs, iterated rapidly and got sign-off from the client. Within a day, we had a plan in place. There were huge numbers of people involved from dozens of organisations, including experts from the NHS, contractors from every conceivable field, and even the Army. A leadership team guided by the military convened twice a day, once in the morning and once at night. And when the teams and workstream leads presented and worked through design and construction challenges in real time. It was clear from the outset that to hit the deadline, we would need to design and build in parallel. We needed a design that was modular, repeatable, and that could be customised and built on demand. Our design decisions were based primarily on the availability of materials. The team needed to procure 4,000 lights, 116,000 metres of cable, 8,000 oxygen terminals, and 20 kilometres of medical copper gas tube, as well as the hospital beds and ventilators. Everyone on site pushed hard, working 15, 16-hour days in a fast-changing landscape. Revit's ability to change one design detail and have it propagate across all systems saved us a lot of time. And while the team were focused on fitting out the hospital quickly, we also had to keep in mind that with any luck, we would need to disassemble everything. Hopefully, one day soon, the Excel Centre will return to its original state. But first, to understand the patient's flow through the Nightingale Hospital, the team relied on virtual creations of the space. We were designing a place where sick people would come to be cared for, so we needed to make sure every part of the patient treatment was accounted for. The team taped a to-scale plan of the centre onto the floor and consulted doctors and nurses with every step of a patient's journey. This was a brilliant solution, but difficult to replicate nationally. Other teams from across the UK were hard at work on other hospital locations, and we wanted to pass on what we'd learned at the Excel Centre to help our colleagues be even more agile and productive. So we created the Nightingale Manual, which digitised everything we'd learned. While we may have worked largely on paper, the Revit model was always our source of the truth at NHS Nightingale and the other hospitals as well. At other sites, project teams used BIM 360 and PlanGrid to track progress, share drawings and markups, work through installation problems and ensure quality. Ultimately, the NHS Nightingale team delivered the first 500 hospital beds in 9 days and 3,500 more in the following weeks. We proved that when we work together, even in the face of extraordinary challenges, anything is possible. As builders and designers, we learned that sometimes the right solution is not to build something new, it's to refit and reshape what's already there to meet the needs of the moment.